Hello everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we will start our tutorial series of Isaac Sim Omniverse API. And in this tutorials we will cover a lot of concepts. We will go from the basics and to the advanced topics step by step. So I have prepared a lot of lectures and it's now on my GitHub page. I will share you the link. Maybe we'll move it again to somewhere else, but I will let you know. And now I'm learning and trying to teach you what I learned. And I find out, like, when I'm looking and searching on YouTube, there is no tutorials for this API, and it's hard to start the development using Python scripting and Isaac Sim. So I wanted to help you and go step by step, show you beautiful tutorials, and do some progress together. Okay, so today we will start our tutorial with the first one. You see here, have a simulation. So I will explain to you the main concepts here. Okay, so what is the prerequisites for this lecture? So you need to download Isaac Sim. I will be working on Isaac Sim 6.0.1. Okay, so you can go to Google and write download Isaac Sim. So here you can download Isaac Sim by NVIDIA, and please go to the last version because I will be working with it. And yes, here you can download it for your architecture. Yes, I am now using Linux, by the way. I mean, you can understand from the desktop. And here there is a very detailed guide on how you can install it, and no problem should occur. I think it's easy to install. It wasn't very complex for me. I hope it will be straightforward also for you. So let's begin. Okay, first let me show you what I did. So in my setup at home, I did the folder called Robotics, and here I have everything related to my work. So I'm trying to organize it as much as I can. Okay, so here I have my Isaac Sim folder. So knowing your Isaac Sim path will be help you while doing our comments. Okay, so let's start with lecture 1. So first, please clone our repo. I think you have the basics, yes, of using Git and GitHub. So I assume this. If you don't know the basics, please learn it, at least how to clone a repo, how to push something. It will help you in your life. So here we have our lectures and MD files. So I will be explaining to you, but you can read the MD files, and if you have some question you can ask me also. I will try to answer it. So I have now, here is our repo, and here are our lectures, and we'll start with lecture 1.py. Yes. And you have here our file folder. So we will be using Isaac Sim 6.0.1. So when the script starts, if you see this print line, so this print line will be print the string for lecture starting about to construct SimulationApp. So this happened before any import happens. Yes. Then you need to import something called SimulationApp. So what is the SimulationApp? So simulation app, you can think it about your UI, your simulation window, or not simulation window exactly, your process, or your I mean it's the app itself. So it's everything related to the simulation is inside the simulation app. You have to launch it first. Okay, so and you have here some configurations. So if we click the simulation app and we navigate into, you see we are inside Isaac Sim folder now. So you can see that it's a class and it's a helper class to launch Omniverse toolkit. Omniverse load various plugins at runtime which cannot be imported unless the toolkit is already running. So you need to run this, and this is your toolkit and your simulation app. Okay, and here there is a lot of explanations and what you can do. Like you can run it headless, so you can run it with UI or without a UI. You can run it as a server, like server without a UI, and we'll be working with this, but I will go and show you the UI also. Yes, and you can run it with UI. You can change the parameters if required, but now we'll go with the defaults. You can see the defaults here, by the way, and with headless mode, no UI. Okay, so after this we print that the simulation app is constructed, so you will see the logs and we will understand together how it's going on. So after simulating the app is imported and it's called, yes, so this libraries start appear. So if you don't do this call, you will get an error when you try to import this libraries. Okay, because it's related to this simulation app. So here we have Omniverse API, omniverse.kit.app, and from Pixar we have the USD. The USD we will be using it to define objects. So it's universal. So if we go here, you can see it's from Pixar USD. So what was it's universal. I forget the name. USD. Okay, sorry for this. Universal scene description. Okay, so it's universal scene description. Okay, so you can explain like the robot, some cube, some circle using the USD format. I will show and cover this in the second lecture, by the way. Okay, so here first you have to start with defining an app, and to define an app, so this app will be using it later. So to define an app, so this is your Omniverse application. You can think it about like this. Okay, so we can call get app from omni.kit.app. We go and take a look. So you can see that it returns some get app interference, and it's a I app, and like this you can see that return is flex. Okay, and this class have some properties, like you can get the app name, the version, the file name, and this kind of method, the kernel version, the kit version, etc. You can take a look on details. So here we can print the kit version, the USD version, to check our libraries. Okay, then so if you define an app, yes, and also you have a kit. So to run the simulation, you need to update this kit. So what is update? Update is just running the simulation for you for one frame. and you need to run it to the simulation change and something happen or nothing will happen. Okay, let's press it. So what is it doing? It's SimulationApp function, and what it do, this is a continuous function that advances the simulation by a single frame, updating all systems and rendering. So if you don't call this, nothing renders. Okay, so you need it, definitely you need it. And step 2, you can close, so you can close the kit after you use it. So you are closing your simulation, so the GPU memory is freed and this kind of stuff. Okay, then you can finish. And after you close your kit, nothing related to the simulation will happen. Okay, because close it. Your app is done. So to run it, you have to refer to your Isaac Sim installation, and inside it there is a python.sh. So it's the Python script of the Isaac Sim. You need to use it while running Isaac Sim, and you will refer to our Python lecture. Yes, and let's run it. Okay. So let me go to the first lines first to show you what's going on. Yes, so here you can see that this line is printing here at the first start. Okay, before everything happened. Then let's search for this line. So So here after kit, you can see that lecture simulating app constructed Omni. You can see this line, yes, and after it prints this line, so you get the kit version. So the kit version is the same with the Isaac Sim version, okay, and the USD version. Okay, then after kit update, you see this one and close. And the simulating app is shutting down. So, okay, what we can try and play here. Let me at least do this false. Okay, if I do it false. So what we expect? Yes, we expect to see a simulation window. Let us see. Okay, so we see a window and it's closed. Why? Because here we wasn't waiting very much. So let's try to change this a little bit. Like, let's make it like thousands, okay? So maybe it will take a lot of time. I mean, just to see the window. Yes, so you see here's the window and it starts. Yes, we can navigate, yes, into the window. There is some menus here. Normally you can use them to do things using the UI, but our course is on how to use the API, not the UI, because it's not sufficient everything to do everything all the time. But of course, we will manage to learn things about the UI later. So you see, it never closes now. It will take a long time. So, like, normally you can go to here, do some cube, and you see, you can do some cube. Okay, and this move like this. Like, can I change anything from here? Maybe the lights, camera light, okay, yes, home, you see, and using this ones you can navigate left, right, up, down. Yes, and you can move it like this. Also with the wheel of the mouse you can do this kind of stuff. You can zoom, out zoom, and you can see here the objects. Yes, you can press them here. And maybe there's a lot of parameters here that you can change. I will not cover this kind of stuff. Let me show something else if it exists. Oh, there is lights, you know, this light. Kind of light. Lights off, stage light. Okay. So I think I need to do some configuration for this to work, but this is some kind of light. Okay, I really don't know this exactly, but if I learn it, I will teach you. Yes. Okay. Let's see what we have here. Oh, like you have a lot of things. Like if you go to, I hope it will not crash because sometimes it's crash when I do this kind of stuff. You can go to examples. No, it wasn't there. Let me see this examples. Let's see the robotic examples. Let's see this one. Can we run it? Okay, it will take time. Please wait, or you can skip this part of the video. So, okay, you see, that's it. This is the Boston Dynamics robot, and you can drive it with the forward, backward, and this is a trained policy. Use your keyboard, you are able to drive it now. Yes, you see, we are now driving it in Isaac Sim, and this is trained on Isaac Lab. And we will learn how to train humanoid robots in Isaac Lab in the next lectures. Just wait for it. Okay, so that's it. You see, it's very beautiful to see this kind of stuff working. And this is a real simulation, so I think maybe let's try something, yeah? What happens if we add some cone and we put it here? Oh my god. Okay, I don't know if it has physics now. Oh, the cone doesn't have physics. Okay, can I assign some physics to it? Add. Okay, I should be able to add some physics. I just forget how to do it. Why? Okay, we'll figure out how to do this later, I think. The physics inspector. Okay, let me try for the last time. I don't think it will work. Yes, so now it doesn't have any physics attached to this one. So I think we need to assign physics to this cone later. I will try to see how to do it, and maybe I will explain to you, like material. Okay, I don't know now. It still doesn't have physics, you know. But there's a lot of materials you can select, etc. I will look about the physics. Maybe we can show you this one in the next lectures. Okay, I take a lot of your time, I know. But that's what the fundamental, and this is a starting point, okay? So it's beautiful to see things work. And here you have another tutorials that you can, let's see, we have some humanoid robot here, but I don't know if it will work. Let's see. Sometimes it can crash. Okay, oh my god, it falls. Let me see if it works. Okay, this is always false. I don't know why. It happens to me before. Let's see the other one. Okay. Is this working? Okay, I cannot navigate this one. I think there is no controller assigned to this one. Yes, you have to try into the quadrants. This one. But it should be normally be able, I should be able to drive it, but to be honest, because they write it's a policy, but I really don't know why it's happening like this. You can try it, maybe it will work with you, and it's not working with me. Cannot know, yes? So, I hope you enjoyed the lecture. Let me close this from here. Okay, if it doesn't close, just go and probably some problems happen, yes, let's Control C. It should be fine, yes. Let me take this kind of things back. And feel free to try this kind of stuff, like you can remove this, change the import, and see what will happen, and it will throw errors probably if you change this, if you make this before this. A lot of problems will happen, and you will see the errors, that there is no library that exists. Give it a try, and also if you have problems and when you click it never goes, so please follow the MD file. It's very explained. We have some tools that help you to make whatever setup VS Code requires. Okay, please read this, and it should be enough. If some problems happen, first ask your ChatGPT or your cloud, then you can ask me. I will try to help. Okay, but this should be okay. Okay. Thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoyed our first lecture. So, see you later, and take care. Goodbye.